When I first started covering the ICE raids here in Los Angeles, this was the first one I shared and posted about. It stuck with me. ICE raided car washes June 20th, 2025, leading to 4 accidents. Numerous lives were permanently changed, including 7 American citizens. In my opinion, this was a domestic terror attack and a dark omen of what we would see unfold 6 months later in Minnesota. ICE recklessly drove through the streets of Bell, California, causing car accidents. This included a young family who had the unfortunate experience of being hit by that unmarked truck, and who is covered in this video. ICE sought revenge on this family for their hurt feelings and poor driving. They deployed tear gas on police and bystanders when they were blocked in by protesters. When they did not get their way and were forced to leave, humiliated with police escorts. They then conducted a large-scale raid on the family. The abuse of power and tax dollars wasted was documented by Next Level and Wood Workshop. All charges were ultimately dismissed.
It's just after 6 a.m. on Flower Street. Amid the morning calm, a security camera captures a SWAT team moving in formation. Operators in tactical gear carry ladders into the backyard. Another group enters the front and attaches strips of explosives along the windows and door. Inside, Jenny Ramirez and her 2 kids are sleeping when her phone rings. It's a neighbor calling.
Jenny, wake up. I see a lot of police in front of your house. Are you okay? Get up.
Out front, an armored vehicle pulls up. It's carrying a canine team, a photographer, and a drone operator. At the end of the convoy is a U.S. Border Patrol vehicle. These are federal immigration agents at the home of U.S. citizens, and they're ordering them to exit immediately. Agents wait 14 seconds, then blow out the bedroom window.
My 6-year-old started screaming, we're here, we're okay. But he wasn't understanding. It wasn't like something that happened to the house and they were coming to help us. I told him, they're not helping us.
The second explosion blows off the front door. We wanted to understand what prompted this show of force and use of manpower. These high-risk tactics, according to current and former federal officials, are typically used for drug smugglers and violent fugitives, not by immigration agents trying to arrest a U.S. citizen accused of injuring government property, who it turns out isn't even home.
Keep going out.
But a closer look at the footage shows the man behind this raid is on scene watching. This is Greg Bovino.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is...
He's the Border Patrol chief who's become a key figure and social media fixture in the Trump administration. The messaging from the administration has been clear. Bovino and his aggressive approach are delivering the deportations President Trump promised and keeping Americans safe. But we took a deeper look at one of the operations featured on Bovino's timeline. This raid on Flower Street and the events that led up to it, syncing hours of video and audio from CCTV, social media, and a trove of never-before-seen police body cameras. We found behind Bovino's social media hype about law and order lies an entirely different story about his turn-and-burn playbook, and a spiral of consequences that it unleashes. The backstory of the raid at Jenny Ramirez's house began a week earlier. An immigration operation at 2 nearby car washes that seized a handful of potential deportees, but it also led to 4 vehicle crashes, hours of protests and violent clashes with federal agents, and emergency responses by 6 local police forces.
Can you get us additional units from East LA, please?
Like ski mask and sunglasses on so you could identify who it was.
Most are Border Patrol agents, and according to a memo obtained by The Times, they've come prepared for elevated security risks. Workers said agents seemed to approach everyone as a suspect, but ask just 2 questions.
He asked, "Are you a citizen? Are you from here?" I said, "Yes." And then he said, "Oh, where were you born at?" I said, "Bellflower, California." He left right away.
Through. Then a worker dashes off in the opposite direction. Agents sprint after the runners
Ran through the tunnel.
as new ones arrive to assist and search for more suspects. Meanwhile, in the restaurant parking lot next to Jack's are Jenny Ramirez and her partner George, who had just delivered an order for Uber Eats. They're in their Jeep eating a quick lunch while the baby naps, she says, when they notice a man sitting in a parked SUV.
And I'm like, maybe they're just waiting like us for orders. And then when I just like saw what looked like a rifle, I told him, let's go, let's go, let's go.
When George goes, he turns right, away from the car wash.
Córrele, primo! Córrele, córrele, primo!
But now his black Jeep is driving into a high-speed pursuit. This marked Border Patrol vehicle, chasing the fleeing car wash worker, who, according to this driver's video synchronized with CCTV footage, runs right in front of George's Jeep.
We were like so close to like running him over, and then we'd see this blue truck trying to ram us on my side. I just thought it was road rage at that point because the vehicles are not marked or anything.
But then the pickup suddenly stops to let an agent jump out.
Oh, they just crashed right now. Oh my God.
It gets rear-ended by George's Jeep. Immediately, masked agents emerge with weapons drawn.
They jump out and they were going towards us, and we didn't even have anything to do with it. We were just trying to get away from that place.
George tries to back away, but his bumper is hooked onto the pickup, and both vehicles surge backward, right into a gray vehicle behind them.
Este güey está loco. No mames. Guns away!
Jenny and George's Jeep is still hooked to the pickup, and they're sitting inside, terrified the masked agents are trying to take George into custody.
Get out of the car, get out of the car. Trying to get George out, but they didn't say who they were. They didn't say why. We didn't open the doors because we were scared.
Fucking dogs, man. What the fuck?
One agent pulls out a baton. Another fires a pepper ball launcher.
Hey, they got a family. Put the guns away.
Agents say they're trying to stop George from fleeing, according to court documents, after what they allege was a deliberate collision to block their pursuit.
You guys almost out of here?
That's 2 flat tires now, so I don't know.
It was during these minutes of mayhem that federal agents made the one request that police officers denied.
You guys be able to pick this guy up? I can't.
Bro, they pushed me with the car, dude.
You jumped in front of the vehicle and you are hitting the vehicle. Get back over on the other side. It's getting late on the other side.
Before the federal convoys finally leave the scenes in Bell and in Maywood, federal agents deploy more tear gas into a nearby park
Right! Oh, fuck my eyes! Oh, fuck my eyes!
and into streets filled with local police officers.
I don't want to explode in my face.
El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. La comunidad de Bell en California se unieron para evitar que se llevaran a muchos de nuestros paisanos en este lugar. Que Dios los bendiga y seguiremos así hasta el final. No hay, no caza recompensas. Estas personas solo quieren agarrar a nuestra gente para cobrar sus $1,000 a $1,500. Dime qué piensas, te leo en los comentarios y comparte este video para que muchas.
As for George, he declined our interview requests, but Jenny said he was at work delivering coffee supplies. The morning immigration agents exploded their way into their home.
They called after and they told him, did you find out what happened in your house? That for me, just, that was just not right.
We did not get a response to questions about why federal agents let George go, then a week later used such high-risk tactics to arrest him. He immediately turned himself in. Prosecutors didn't request detention, and a judge sent him home the same day. The Times found no past record of violent offenses. In the federal complaint against George, the prosecutor mentions a previous incident when he allegedly heckled Border Patrol agents. But but he's officially charged with injuring government property. And the crux of the case is the accusation that George deliberately collided with the Border Patrol pickup, which had stopped in a manner that should have allowed any car traveling behind him to stop safely. But this claim is directly contradicted by the agent himself.
I was going to go off the curb, but I couldn't, so I slammed on my brakes and he was right on me.
And the allegation of a deliberate collision is not evident in the footage. In fact, brake lights indicate George is braking as soon as the pickup begins to stop. In mid-July, Bovino posted this ominous video of the raid at George's house, with text warning people will face justice regardless of their immigration status. The next day, George finds out the federal government has dropped the charges. His case is dismissed.
Crosses